Garry Hasara writes, I was poking around Box Office Mojo and observed that movies with the most #1 weekends at the box office are mostly older movies, E.T. and Beverly Hills Cop, for instance, with Titanic being the most recent in the top 10 that was released in 1997. Is the explanation for this that there is more releases to compete against, making it harder to maintain the #1 spot for more than a week or two? Or is it that movies have wider releases and everyone wanting to see a movie in the first few weeks will have the opportunity?
Honestly, this comes up a lot when people who think they're being clever, saying, there's nothing but remakes and sequels now. And truth is, right now, no more original films have ever been made in the history of Hollywood than today. Today, more original films are produced and made in Hollywood than in any time in history. But there's also more films in general made than in any time in history. And when there's that much content, people want more bankable stuff, which means sequels and reboots and things like that. So you have more original content than ever before, you have more sequels and reboots, but it's all relative and it's all proportionate as it goes up. But yeah, it's almost impossible. Back in the day when E.T. would come out, it would have to face a new release next week, a new nationwide release movie next week. Now you can have 5. Like Aaron's been working on AMC Coming Soon. And we're looking down the seats like, holy crap, there's some weeks here with 4 and some with 5 movies that are coming out. The amount of competition now for that box office dollar is higher than it has ever been. And that's why so many studios now put so much emphasis in getting that opening weekend numbers, because they know they have to make 35 to 50% of their box office on that first weekend, because next weekend 3 more wide release films that 3 other studios are putting 20, 30, 40, 50 million dollars behind in their international marketing that they're going to have to contend with and compete with. And that's what makes it really kind of odd and special when a film like Ride Along comes along and can hold, even if it's weak competition. There's a lot of it. When they can hold #1 spot for 3 weeks in a row. When a film like Frozen can stay in the top 3 for like 7 or 8 weeks, as 24 other films have come and gone. It's really special when that happens now, but I think it's because of the competition. How do you guys see it?
I have 2 additional answers to yours. One is also today's culture with the internet and so many television channels, and there's constant distractions, and like with the advertising of movies, it's just constantly, we have an ADD culture, you know, we're going to forget things very easily. And the second answer is Star Wars. Star Wars changed the game. When Star Wars came out, like before Star Wars, they didn't do event movies. And Star Wars changed the movie business forever. And now everyone wants to do event movies. You have Avengers 2, you have Batman vs. Superman, you have all these movies that they want to be that one big movie that keeps on going and going and going. And so now everyone's trying to do that, and so the attention gets drawn away from movies that maybe normally would last longer.
I also think it's easier to get movies made today in general. I mean, we can have these animated releases like once every month or so. We have a huge animated release. We didn't have the technology to make that happen as quickly as we did in the past. And then also we'll have a big release, kind of like a Monuments Men type with lots of stars and lots of names. And then we'll have an AMCI kind of release. Like it's much smaller, lower budget, easier to get made as well. Harder to get in theaters though, but still it's great that we're having those options too. And for my last point, is this AMC Burbank?
Yeah, that's where our studio is. If you see this picture here at the back, see it says tickets, that round building up above the tickets in that graphic, that's actually our home office, our home studio where we do a lot of our...
Yeah, our office is right up there.
Yeah, I didn't even know they put that graphic in there. That's great.
It looks familiar.
If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to AMC Movie News on YouTube. It's free and a great way to stay updated with all the latest movie news and check out our daily show, AMC Movie Talk. Also, don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Twitter to stay in the loop for our special prizes, giveaways, and contests.